Geez, boy, we're talking Assassin's Creed 3. Joining us once again, creative director Alex Hutchinson. Now, Alex, we've seen footage of the American frontier. We've seen the British forts. Now, what are we going to see? I'm thinking naval. I see a boat. I see water.
The high seas. Yeah. Well, when we looked into it, we realized that, you know, if one fantasy in Assassin's Creed is being an assassin, the other one is kind of being a historical tourist. You know, it's like visiting these places. When we looked at the history, we knew weather was a big deal, so we did snow. But then we realized that you arrived in America on a ship. Everything you got that was imported came on a ship. Sure. You know, the revolution, you know, the French Navy was hugely involved. So we just couldn't avoid doing naval.
And you're doing it in a big way. This isn't like parkour on a boat while stabbing people. You're driving the ship, you're manning cannons, you're calling it out.
Yeah, exactly. So we knew also we wanted to be in the same vein as the main game. So it's still action-adventure, it's still about navigation and combat, and you're a guy on a boat. It was important to us you weren't magically a boat for this period. You're still Connor, you're still on the boat, so you can let go of the wheel, explore your boat, go below decks, all that sort of stuff. So
and you can actually board other ships as well.
Yeah, you can. Once you do, you've got your usual choice of different cannon stuff. So they had this nasty stuff called grape shot, which was kind of all the crap on the deck of the boat loaded into a cannon and fired at the enemy crew. Right. So you can use that, or you can use, you know, your normal round shot to damage and sink the boat, or chain shot to sort of bring down the masts and then board it.
Amazing. So it's not a mini game. I mean, I'm looking at here, you guys probably had to do some custom tech to achieve these high seas looking as amazing as they are.
It's a huge, it's got a weather system. You see it just changed from sort of like beautiful, like a Caribbean Sea into sort of this stormy ocean. But yeah, it's brand new for us. We really think this is going to be a feature. You know, naval is such a big part of the history of humanity. We see this as a big part of the AC universe.
Now, okay, so let's talk multiplayer, because I actually really have been enjoying your multiplayer. It's a departure from your traditional run and shoot. There's a little bit of a different strategy. So how does it work into this game? Is it the same that we've seen, or is, you know, have been there some changes? Yeah,
we have a brand new set of modes we've built in. The one you're looking at now is domination. So we're trying to mix it up for people who've been with us since the start. We're trying to clarify a lot to make it more accessible, so that hopefully we can get a whole new set of people to jump on board. And as you know, the sort of fiction of the universe has always been on the Abstergo side, so the bad guy side, and we have a brand new spin on that as well for this game to sort of unlock some secrets of the universe.
Well, so now, speaking to this mode here, this domination mode, it's the capture and hold certain points?
Exactly, yeah. So you're working with people, with small groups, to capture and hold points on the map, to kill the other, you know, obviously guys who are coming for you. As you can see, they've also incorporated chunks of the weather that we built in on the single-player side, and also it's a chance to maybe play the redcoats. So all those Brits who are worried about killing their ancestors, this is their chance to get revenge in the multiplayer.
Is it, the weather systems, are they dynamic to the multiplayer maps, or is it sort of baked in? This level will take place in the snow and that's it?
Generally it's baked in because we wanted to make it predictable, but we're still toying with a few things, so we'll see how it pans out in the next couple of months.
And what other modes can you tell us about?
I'm legally obliged to not answer any other.
I don't see any lawyers on set. If they are, maybe they're blending in with a group right now and they're going to leap out and stab you. But
I think it's difficult with any sort of long-running multiplayer. It's kind of more of an evolution, you know what I mean? You're always building and adding things and trying to find the perfect balance. You know, if you have 30 modes, is it way too many? If you have 2, is it too few? So we're trying to find that sweet spot. But there's over a dozen modes in the AC multiplayer, so lots of variety.
And can you tell people kind of the basics of how the multiplayer is? Because I think when people think multiplayer, they just think we all get in there and we shoot each other, or we get on teams of 4 and then we shoot the other team.
We run around and swing a knife and hopefully we stab something.
Yeah, I think there was a really big effort to try and make the Assassin's Creed multiplayer its own beast, you know? So it is still about sneaking, it still is about stealth and killing people in creative and attractive ways.
And so how do you actually achieve stealth?
So basically you can use many of the mechanics that you use in the main game, so you can sort of hide in different areas. So you're trying to break line of sight between your target, and at all times you usually have one set target that you're trying to find in the map. So someone who's blending in as well, trying to hide, who you're trying to sort of, you know, root out.
Right, you get your kill and that's it. Do you still have like those chase breakers and stuff where you have to kind of run through and that's what breaks it for you?
Yeah, you're seeing some of that go back and forth between single player and multiplayer too, so that we have, you know, little interiors now in single player where if the guards are after you, can cut through the middle of a building and sort of escape in that. And so we're trying to sort of really unify the tactics in both sides.
That's some good crossover, so we can get used to one set of tactics, single player, and that'll translate there, yeah.
And I also, I see that we're going to have some female assassins in multiplayer, something that I really respect and appreciate.
Yep, and I think also if you look at the video game that we just announced as well, it's a new assassin, African-American lady in Adeline, and I think it's really cool that we can sort of start to really broaden the universe for AC.
How do we start, if we do an online petition, can we get Morgan Webb to be an unlockable assassin? She has been with the franchise from day one and has been a huge vocal supporter. How do we make that happen? How do I make that happen?
I think we can make this happen. We'll talk about it after the segment. I think let's get it done.
All right, so when do we get it?
Yes.
The game is out October 30th on PC, PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii U.
Wow.
All right.
A lot of platforms.
We can't wait. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
We're huge fans, and we are very excited.